Maida Winter, 133 Citrus Avenue. Good evening, Honorable Mayor, council members, and staff. I must say that this seat is much more comfortable than the ones you are in. We're here this evening to provide some comments related to the existing and proposed zoning changes in the commercial C2 zone, specifically setbacks and stepbacks for commercial development abutting residential properties on Old Palm Avenue. It's our understanding that a 10-foot backyard or rear setback is proposed for the other commercial zones in the city that abut residential property, except for the C2 zone, which would specifically include Old Palm Avenue. We continue to be supportive of the council's efforts to improve our commercial zones, but strongly oppose the adoption of a blanket zero rear yard setback in the Old Palm Avenue area. By doing so, we sacrifice the abutting residential properties and their residents by diminishing their livability, home value, and quality of life. By doing so, we disregard the very reason that setbacks are established, protection of our neighborhoods, and to ensure that effective separation is provided between properties and uses to foster compatibility. The identity, privacy, safety, environmental protection, and mitigation from noise and odors is also a concern. Setbacks additionally ensure that the use of the property does not infringe on the rights of neighbors, allowing room for ventilation, air circulation, sunshine in the home. Essentially, these are all the basic elements that support a highly desirable quality of life. We submitted a letter on March 3rd at your meeting that included information and examples how other beach cities along our coast handle setbacks when commercial development abuts residential neighborhoods. We asked council and staff to consider thinking creatively how they might achieve support and incorporate into zoning requirements a buffer area or setbacks between these two divergent land uses. We've had an opportunity to review the attachment, and I apologize because I also had I believe the original one and believed it was the same, so there are some things that were a little different in here. We've reviewed that and note that in all of the plan studies or the proposals for development in the Old Palm area, parking with a landscape buffer is shown at the rear of the property along the residential property line. That's every single one of the prototypes that were in here for Old Palm Avenue. This alone would provide the necessary setback or buffer area on the first floor between commercial building mass and residential properties. But the proposed zoning changes do not include memorializing this parking configuration as a development requirement. Additionally, it was unclear to us if the massing studies and visualizations, which I had as 1 through 6, but it now appears in the new one, 6 is 9. Is that correct? I have 6, which looked a lot like the 9 you had up there. In any case, it was unclear to me, but in the old book, 1 through 6 applied to Palm Avenue, but placement of the mass of a commercial building directly adjacent to residential properties without setbacks or stepbacks, in this case we have some setbacks or stepbacks proposed, seem counterintuitive to good planning and sustainable community building. In this case, study 9 in the new one would provide the least invasion to the abutting residential properties, and we'd support that. If these regulations are not possible to incorporate, then focusing this much mass on those sites, specifically on Old Palm Avenue, should be really reconsidered. Keep in mind the purpose of commercial development. In addition to providing local services and goods, the subsequent increase in tax base provides a revenue stream that is needed to help support and maintain city services and provide community and amenities, or anemones, that enhance the livability, safety, and quality of life for its residents. The sacrifice of residential neighborhoods, however small, to achieve this goal is counterproductive and grades a slippery slope that threatens the small-town, beach-oriented way of life that the vast majority of this community has consistently desired and supported. We ask that you carefully and thoughtfully weigh the gains against the losses. Please do not destroy our classic Southern California quality of life that attracts both residents and visitors to our city. And above all, please protect our neighborhood. Thank you.